Sometimes a black background is elegant, and in Black Magic Sketches, that's what we're going for. Hi everybody, it's Kathy here, and today as part of the creative team for Black Magic Sketches, I am using the March sketch, which you can see here, and the color scheme. Aren't they just beautiful? They're some of my favorites in colors, particularly the mustard. I love that color. All right, so I'm starting with my black background, which is the criteria of the group, and I am going to use my fossilized amber distress spritz to start layering up my mustardy color onto the layout, as well as the spun sugar distress spray here. This is the paint ink spray, and that's in the pink, so that's giving me that pink that's part of the color scheme. And I've got the gold, or the mustardy color, coming through on that fossilized amber. Now I am going to add a little bit more detail in the thickness of some of the spaces, just as the sketch has on it, and that's allowing my black background to have some detail, which I'm going to put to the side now and allow to dry. All right, so I have my photos, and these are of my daughter. These were taken in 2020 at the height of COVID. We just done our first little lockdown, and so it was the first time that the children were not attending school. I still attended school. They did not. It was a little bit depressing for my daughter and my son, who was in, she was in year 10 at this stage. Yes. And my son was in year 12, and we went out to do a photo shoot for his end of year assignment for photography. So it took a little longer than normal for that group because of COVID, and they had to do an alternate. Normally they go away and go to places like Queensland and spend a week up at Cairns to do their final photography assignment, but due to COVID that wasn't possible. So these photos here are of my daughter when we were out in the local bushland scrub area of Yarramundi, which is now one of her favourite places, which is really funny, with her boyfriend, where they go swimming in the river quite regularly. And I captured these photos of her looking up at her on the log of the fallen tree. So I'm just cutting down the pieces that I need to create the background pieces of the layout. I'm using all the colours from the colour scheme in this layout today. You don't have to with the Black Magic Sketches, which is really good. You can just choose one or two, or even all four, but it's your choice. So I'm liking the fact that I can utilize scraps that I have laying around on my desk, and trust me, there's a lot of them. So I'm fussy cutting out all of these flowers that you can see on this piece of paper that I have left over from a previous layout, and they're going to be the shapes that are on the sketch. So I like using a sketch and being guided by the elements on the sketch. Now this is where I feel people get stuck when they use their sketches. They think that the shape that is on the sketch is the only shape that they can use, or it is the element that is being expected. So for example, on this one, it's got some decorative circles as the outside embellishments on here. So I'm actually using the flowers instead. Other times there might be stars, and you can use cogs. Whatever is the theme of your project allows you to then manipulate what you're going to put on your layout as your embellishments. So instead of using the starbursts and the rosette type shapes that are on the sketch, I'm going to stack these florals, and that's allowing me to create my interpretation of the sketch. So don't be afraid to play with the sketch and use elements that are best suited to your layout from your stash, even though it's about placement, not necessarily the shape. So think about that when you're looking at a sketch and you think, I can't do that because I don't have that shape. You can actually choose to use a different thing to put in there instead. So I'm just leaving the fussy cutting in here to show how that process is done. I am not the best fussy cutter. It's very difficult for me as a left-handed cutter. I am right-handed, but I cut with my left hand on scissors, and I use right-handed scissors to cut because left-handed scissors I find difficult to work with. So it is a little bit tricky. For many, many years, I would not fussy cut. I would always get my best friend who inspired me to be a scrapbooker to do it for me. And I would never use fussy cutting on a layout if she wasn't around. But now it's something that I have to do, and it's something that I enjoy doing. So it's just about moving the paper, not the scissors. And once I learnt that, it was so much easier for me to do. All right, so now I'm just going to prep everything. I have got my strips of paper that I want. I have got all my colors happening on this layout, and I really am happy with how it's turning out. It really does sometimes, like, it's a simple sketch, don't get me wrong. It is a very simple sketch to play with, and that is a great thing. But you know me, I love lots of layers, and at first I thought this was very underwhelming for me. And I thought, oh, this is going to end up as a very simple, clean layout. But I actually like the final product, showing how you can adapt it to you just by using your own interpretation of that sketch. So I have got these strips here, and I've got the mustard in there. I've got the pink in the dots there. I've got that darker blue, and then I've got the lighter blue as well. So I love that I've been able to incorporate all the colors on this layout, and I love the fact that I've been able to use the scraps to do it. These are papers that I've loved, obviously, otherwise I wouldn't have used them, and now I'm giving them second life. I have interpreted it differently in the respect that my photos overlay the opposite way, and I also added in that double layering of the photo that you can see. So I've got some mustard yellow in behind the top photo, and I've got some black in behind the bottom photo, as well as the colors of the papers as well. So that's where you can build, change, modify, adapt. Don't be afraid to have a go. Just make this layout your layout, and it works for you. You can see as I'm putting pieces together here, I don't have full strips, which is fine because that's not necessary for the layout, but I'm showing how you can stretch what stash you have to create an effective layout. So I have this strip here. One's a branding strip in the pink because that's the color on the scheme, and then I had the blue and the white dots there. Remember, with Black Magic sketches, black is your base. We start with our base and then we build from there. So I have my two photos in place now, so I'm going to start layering up where I think these flowers are going to fit on the layout, and they are replacing the shapes, as I said, that you see in the sketch. So I'm just going to put them in and around the photo, and then from there I'm also going to add some more foliage to build up those clustering of the flower. And I love how this actually turns out. You can see that it is all the colors that were in the original sketch and color palette, and that is surprising how quickly it comes together when you have all your bits ready to go. So I'm loving how these flowers are just sitting in under the photo there. They're not overwhelming. And then this one here, when it's been fussy cut out, fits perfectly in against that edge and creates that neat finish along that center line of that paper strip down the center. Well, it's slightly off center, which makes it even more pleasing for the eye. So instead of dividing the page exactly in half, it's off to the center, and it's just giving that little focal point for your eye. Now I'm tucking in these extra photo here, and I am going to pop it up. I will use, I was going to use foam, but then I decided I'd just use the foam dots. I'm going to use a bit of glue here. In Sydney, it's quite cold today, unusual for March, but I am having difficulty with my glue, getting it out of the glue, because it is really cold. Like, seriously, it feels like a winter's day. And then I've just tucked that photo in there and popped it up. Now I've got a few extra pieces of foliage that I fussy cut out of that paper as well, so I'm just going to add those here to the florals to build height and bulk them up a little bit. and you can still see the black in the background, which is the key of the process. And there's my florals taking full place on there, and look at that, I just love it. Now I have this title here, it's called Never Stop Looking Up. It is cut out from a uniquely creative strip, I think. Yeah, I do believe it's come from a uniquely creative piece or a kit that I've had sitting in my stash for a while, and I do think it's appropriate for her at this time because she was getting very negative and very down. And so every now and then I need to remind her that, you know, it's okay. This is only for a temporary setback. You can keep going. And it's always about being, you know, upbeat and keeping that positivity in our world. So I like how this has all come together. Now I do have the little tiny touches of pink, and I just want to make that a little bit more noticeable on here. So I'm going to add in some faux stitching down these strips just to make them pop off that layout. I did contemplate putting in a big butterfly, but then on the back of one of the sheets that I was using, there are these smaller butterflies. This is a uniquely creative paper, of course, and I am fussy cutting out 3 butterflies, which I ended up cutting off screen. Saw me fussy cutting enough today, and I'm just going to pop them here at the strategic points as per the sketch, and that's allowing to set up a visual triangle without too much effort. So I'm putting down, I'm contemplating where these nouveaux actually, well, they're not nouveaux, they're pops of color, actually need to sit, and I am using pink because I want to bring in a little bit more pink to the layout, and it does look nicely on the back of the black. So I'm just popping this in here, going to go in under here into this space here, and now I have got a visual triangle set up so the eye is roaming around that whole layout quite naturally without being overwhelmed by all the little bits and pieces that are there. So you can see how easy it is to take a sketch and interpret it and put it together in your own style and manner. I love how this turned out. It is lovely. The color palette is amazing, and the black is just naturally picked up in the photos, so allows her to pop out on those photos. So here's how that has all come together nicely. There is a link down below to Black Magic Sketches on Facebook. I'd love for you to join in. You have the chance to win a prize too if you enter in every month, so please have a go. Go and join the group if you haven't already done so, and show us what you can do with a piece of black cardstock and a color sketch and a color palette. It's quite interesting to be challenged this way. I like how it came out. How do you think? Did I do a good job? Did I meet the sketch criteria? Is the color palette all present on the layout? Let me know in the comments down below. I'll get back to you. Once again, thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate you taking the time out of your day. Don't forget that big thumbs up. You know, YouTube loves those thumbs up, and it's forgotten me when I've been on holiday, and I need it to remember me again, and your help will get me there. Don't forget, if you're new to my channel, I hope I've done something to get you to subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video real soon.